You getting old? I'm getting old. But it's not a bad thing. And that's gonna be the concept of this video, is about how getting old is actually awesome. And there's a lot to look forward to in getting older. And age and the concept of getting old is a big obstacle to quality of life. Some people really dread getting older. And this is not really a good perspective to have, and it's not mentally healthy. The first thing I want to really show is that there's good news in scientific studies about getting older. There's a lot of longitudinal studies about self-esteem and how self-esteem gradually increases as people get older. And from my personal experience, I've also found this to be true, not just in me, but in people I've seen. There is a gradual increase in self-esteem, so that's something to look forward to. In terms of intelligence, a lot of people worry about their mind. There's actually good news there as well. So some doctors have done studies and they've established what they call crystallized intelligence versus fluid intelligence. And the crystallized intelligence is just kind of stuff you've learned, your knowledge, your wisdom. It's information involved with intelligence, right? So there's fluid intelligence, which is intelligence based off of no prior information or no previous information. And this is kind of like your math problems, your puzzles that you've never seen before, and like maybe your riddles. This fluid intelligence does have a decline in most people, whereas crystallized intelligence does show a gradual increase, which is awesome. And this is usually enough to have a good life, is your crystallized intelligence. Now, your fluid intelligence, as I said, declines for most people, and I didn't say all people, because they have found that math professors have not shown a decline, or they've shown a reduction in the decline of fluid intelligence, which is awesome. Which shows us that it is possible to exercise this component of your mind and to keep it strong and retain it even through old age, which is awesome, right? So there's a lot to look forward to. Like, life becomes a little bit more steady, self-esteem grows, potentially, right? This is not applicable to everybody. Some people retain the negative aspect of life, hyper-focus on negative issues. And this is kind of why I want to bring it up, because it's not the only option. There's a lot of good stuff to look forward to in getting older. And in that, having a positive mentality, a healthy mentality. So one thing I also want to mention is I heard somebody who was older say something awesome. And what they've said was, getting older feels the same. You look at the world in the same way. You don't feel older. It's not like you have an aged thinking. You look at the world in the same way. The difference is how the world looks at you. And I thought that was very interesting, and I do feel this to be true. I'm getting into my middle adulthood, but I still feel young, right? And I still feel the energy, and I don't feel like I'm older. But the reality is I am older. And this is an important aspect to maintain, because we don't feel older. So some people don't act older. And I've seen a lot of people at my age still have the emotional level of a college student, and they still act like kind of children. And it's weird. So even I feel younger, I still enjoy life. I do silly things, but that doesn't mean I go hang out with young people because I feel young. I am older, and it's important to realize that, right? It is absolutely important to realize your position in society. And it could be weird if you don't have this perspective. And I've seen this quite often, where a lot of people even refuse to accept their age, and they try to maintain this immature mentality. And then you're free to do whatever you want, of course. I'm not telling you what to do, but in this situation, I do see it more of a detriment than of a positive growth towards aging. And I think it's important. I think it's important to focus on growing in a positive way, man. Accept aging. It's not a bad thing. Getting older is awesome. Self-esteem grows, as I said before. You have more knowledge, and you can share this knowledge, or you can just keep learning and do whatever you want. Getting old is not a bad thing. It's part of life. It's inevitable. How you deal with it, that's on you. So think about that. Enjoy life. All right? Until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and again, enjoy life. Peace out.